Hi everyone, I'm Maude. I'm from OCATT, Ottawa Center for Attachment and Trauma Therapy. Some of you may know me from the FASD webinar or FARP, or even as a friend in the community. I have 3 kids that we adopted. In fact, I have 5 in total. So it's possible that you hear some screaming in the background or playful kind of noise. Anyway, uh, so we're all kind of stuck at home, and so I thought I could make some videos to share information. Feel free to send me your comments or your questions about different topics: FASD, trauma, attachment, parenting, kids from hard places, special needs. So, sorry for my accent. I'm francophone. I will try to do my best. So what I wanted to share, and I have the same video in French, is we're going through right now with the coronavirus. I think I'm seeing a lot of negativity online and like a lot of scary things, and it's affecting a lot of people. And I'm not talking about the adoption community, just generally speaking. And so that could bring a lot of negative feelings, and it gets our brain to think about all those negative things. And for a lot of us, it's also very challenging. Like just in my case, I have kids with poor immune system, so I have to be very careful. So it's impacting us. So I get it, but at the same time, I think there's a way for us to use that to co-create a story with our kids, with our family that is positive, that is accurate, but also positive. So we can get out of this situation with a story that is full of hope and resilience. So what do I mean by that? I'll give you an example from my life that is not too personal. So a few years ago, we went to an adoption conference, Erin, Julie, and I, and we had tons of fun. We went out, lots of laughter, sharing about our family life and our kids. And I think there's nothing like, sharing our stories with other adoptive families. So that was a lot of fun and great conference. But my Airbnb was terrible, dirty, and no AC, and it was super hot, so I barely slept. And I was looking forward to it because I have 5 kids, and I got stuck in an elevator for 45 minutes. Super scary. So now I don't like elevators. I still go, but that's another story. All that to say, when I came back, I was really focused on what happened with the elevator and the poor Airbnb experience. And I thought, no, I'm just going to focus on all the really good things that happened. Because even in a really difficult circumstance, like situation, you can think about some of the things that happened that were good or that could come out of it as being positive. So our brain is actually wired to look at things that are not positive. Like we're always assessing threat, and we'll focus on those threats, what we perceive as being bad for our survival. So we have to retrain our brain to think, okay, this is a good thing, and this is safe, and this is what's good. And we call it creating a story. So when we're thinking about what's happening right now, whatever is your situation, and again, I should have said it at the beginning, I'm addressing this more for people who are mentally healthy and not in crisis. That's all I'm going to say. So it's more like for people who are stable right now. But what we will try to do is to sit down with our kids, maybe write it down, record it, and talk about all the good things that are happening right now with our situation of being at home with our kids, no school, for some of us, no work. And even when you're in it, like when you're with your kids, it's trying to just look at them and being thankful for what's happening in our community, with the adoption community, people getting together. Just in my neighborhood, there's so many people helping other people, and like we're seeing a lot of kindness. And if we focus on these things and create a story around it, that will be more helpful. Like in my case, I want to come out of it as, you know, as someone who's more hopeful and happy that I actually got to spend time with my kids and enjoyed it more than someone who spent 2 weeks at home worrying about what's going to happen. I'm saying 2 weeks could be longer. Not that I want to worry anyone, but you know. Anyway, so I hope it makes sense. Like I don't want to give too many details because I'll make a second part and explain more what it looks like to co-create a story and some of the questions we can ask ourselves to challenge our thoughts. I just want to say that I was supposed to keep it short, but anyway, I'm going to stop after this. It's okay to name our feelings. It's okay to say it if it's hard. I'm not saying, okay, just pretend everything's fine. We have to share it with safe people. But at some point, we also need to confront our thoughts and be curious about our emotions, where they come from, and can we change those thoughts for more useful ones? That's something we can control. So again, I'm going to end it here. Send me your questions, your comments. Hope it makes sense for you. And I'll make another video and explain a little bit better about what that could look like. Okay, thank you.